Hello, happy Wednesday. Sun's shining, lovely day, very busy day for me. I've been doing the bathroom for 2 weeks. I've been putting a light bulb in this morning and it's anyway, everything's gone wrong, so I'm stressed out of my head. No problem, let's do a bit of painting, relax a bit. Should we? Yeah. You call it relaxing. Just a few announcements. Tuesday class is going really well. Second one yesterday. All the COVID safety precautions are in place, and we've also got a risk assessment. So we're being as cautious as possible. Yeah? Wearing masks and everything else that goes with it. So yeah, it's working quite well. Nobody's complaining. Naturally, some things have changed slightly, but we have got the risk assessment on show if you want to have a look at it. We can send it to anybody who's a bit wary of coming back yet. We do need a certain amount of people to keep paying the rent. So yeah, approximately about 15 to 20. We have 20 or 24 on the books, something like that. But I know we've got a few that are, safeguarding. So anyway, it's up to you. We are going to carry on opening. No police turned up to close us down, although there's 12 of us, but we're all socially distanced. Yeah, it's an education centre. It's my job as a tutor. Yeah, that's what I was trained to do. And that's my income, so it's education. Alright? It's not a social thing. We don't stand around in a group talking, and we do actually from a distance, but we don't stand around very close talking for any length of time. We just paint. So there you go. I'm trying to get the other groups going. I'm emailing Bedford, Lee, sorry, I still call it Bedford Art Group, to see if there's any update on the community centre, because most community centres are open, so I can't see why St Joseph's is not opening yet. I need to give Christine a ring. Not a clue about Greenmount and what's happening with the school at Greenmount. I'll have to get in touch with Christine or Neil, who's head man, I think, and see what the score is there. Okay. So I will keep you informed as to what's happening. As for the other classes, just not going to be happening anytime soon. Alright. So yeah, and my workshops are coming back and my demonstrations, because I've got one tonight at Lodge Artists, all social distancing in place and everything. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because I haven't done any 40 odd, nearly 50 bookings this year, and I've only done about half a dozen at the beginning of the year, so I've lost out on a lot of money. Yvonne, thank you for your contribution again. It's just come through the post, and I'm sorry to hear about your back. You've hurt your back. Was it gardening? Anyway, don't do too much, just sit there and paint. You'll be alright, yeah? You'll get better quicker. Give you something to do. Alright, so yeah, and away we go. This is one similar to probably what Christine's just been saying, that we've done it before. We have done Crail before. It's actually north east of Edinburgh, a little fishing village across the river. 4th or 5th, is it? Anyway, yeah, we've done a view there. Were nothing like this one. Actually, the view we did, which I've sold now years ago, it was from this end looking at that building along the front. So you didn't see any of that, but that might be the one you're thinking of, Chris. Or it might be this one, or Pulpero again. We've done quite a few of Pulpero and Devon and all that, yeah. Lovely sunny day. Love to be there, actually. We are going away for a weekend, next weekend. Might not be any class on the Monday, so I'll let you know anyway. Not next Monday, Monday after. So we're going to over to Yorkshire, having a few nights in a cottage because it's our anniversary. Happy anniversary, Neil Lilling. And yes, lots to go at today. Loads of colours, boats for those people who love doing boats, and for those people who don't like doing boats, you need more practice. So, okay, we're only doing an hour, so you can do as long as you like. I don't mind. But the idea is to enjoy yourself. I'm not putting any of these into, you know, the National Gallery or the Portrait Gallery. These are kind of for my benefit. I'm doing it for my classes as well, so the classes can see how we do things, and they can simple ways of doing things rather than being too complicated. That's my kind of reason for doing them, and there's more enjoyment in doing that as well. All right, so that's the. I'll finish talking now for a bit. I'm just going to stick some colour on. So because we're working from dark to light, I've actually got some tissue again. I've no newspaper because I've not had a newspaper for months and months. So I've got a palette knife, big brush. We're using the same colours again. You've got the cadmium yellows, red siennas, alizarenes, ultramarine blues, cerulean blues, and viridian green or phthalo green. Exactly the same colours, yep. So you don't need to keep saying what colours are we using. If you want to add your own colours, we've got the cerulean blue, which is just lovely for this warmer sky and some of the details. A few cars on this, you know, I'll put them in if you don't want. I'm going to try and use a credit card or some kind of straight edge for making straight marks, straight edges, yeah. And we're going to stick some paper on at the beginning because you need to put it on when it's wet. I'm just looking for my credit card. I don't want to use my best one. So, because there's nothing in. Right, so get some colour if you're working along. I don't know how many people work along anymore. Yeah. So, more card from Morrison's. Don't go anymore because no more Morrison's. There's the jokes, folks. Okay. So here we go. Big brush, lots of water. On this, I've got a couple of little brushes as well for painting. You do not have to just stick to one can. Try and think of ways of actually adding pigment to your paper or your canvas without actually doing anything. So I'm going to add some warm colours, yeah? I'm going to add some siennas. I'm going to add some alizarenes like this and just let it blend. I'm going to add some yellow to this as well. I'm also looking at the abstractness, the abstract shapes that are incorporated in these warm colours. Can you see? These lovely warms. I don't have to make it so big. We can add a bit more blues like this, just to create. I'm on normal paper. It's not gesso, or it is gesso, so I've used the wrong side. God's sake, that's supposed to be for tonight. Never mind, we're on gesso. A bit of blue in the sky. Oh God, I forgot all about that. It's supposed to be for tonight's version, but I'll do another one. We can do another one, doesn't matter. Okay. And that's kind of thicker pigment. Just have a good time, just enjoy yourself, yeah. Splap it on. Yeah. So where we've got this, I've actually torn a little bit. I do love these reflections in the water. So what I'm going to do is put some more colour on there. I'm going to stick that approximately where you're going to get the reflections. Now what happens when you put tissue on, it sticks, soaks up, yeah. So quite a bit of water, a bit of alizarin with it to make it darker as well. And that creates these little kind of irregular kind of shapes within the tissue, which is good. Yeah. So we can just kind of leave that as it is. And we can have a kind of shape there for. We need it to be quite dark around this area later. I'm not doing a lot of tissue today really. So just pick a few out for any textures you may need in, say, the house or whatever, just to be in that area. Yeah? Some people say you should only ever have gel shapes in a picture, yeah, to give it interest. Or you see I'm kind of building up these kind of shapes, just to be, and they're all buildings, so a lot of the shapes are going to be kind of rooftops and angles or whatever, which you can actually just tear up. Excuse me, tear up with tissue, or give yourself something completely different over here. So it gives you like the corner of the key side, or the shape of the keys going into the water here, which is quite an interesting shape like that. Anyway, it don't really matter. It's just putting these different areas. They go dark. You have to paint over them because they'll, you will get these different tones. So I'm just going to, because it's on gesso, it's taking a while to dry. Yeah, that's the difference as well. So I'm picking up a kind of sky shape and then dropping in some alizarin, some cerulean blue, and then going into my water just to give me some reflection. Okay, we can dry that off slightly. A bit of, stop it running. Just make sure, I've said it before, 19 times, make sure that you don't, you get the bubbles out of your tissues or your paper, because otherwise it's going to kind of come off. It sticks up. So you want to get it flat, possible. Enough pigment on it to make it stick. Yeah? Good. Good. And another brush here, so I've got a smaller brush as well here. Or I might just use a bit of sienna straight from the palette knife, just to give me these roof shapes. Look at that. A couple of roof shapes over there. I'm not even sure where I'm looking, but it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah? Got a roof shape there. Got a bit of alizarin as well here on this kind of side. It blends into the rest of the picture. There's a lovely alizarin there. It's just going up a hill slightly. We can keep these siennas. We can get the harbour in if you like. So you got this bit of yellow mixed with this burnt sienna, just to give you a lovely kind of shape in front of the building, which is coming down like that, to the harbour, to the water's edge. So we've got a slight angle there because you're going that way, and then you're coming this way. If you wanted to add a bit of white to it, trying to create something that's not even, we've got this lovely kind of warmth there that we can use where the ramp is. So I've got this really nice section. You see where the paper is? To give me the shape, and that's where the boats are going to be anyway. And they're just kind of white shapes and reflections in the water. This, for instance, is a bit of white mixed with some blue ultramarine. It's still a bit dark, but I've got, look at that, for a reflection of the building in the background. So we use some white. There's a boat there as well, so we can just drag that over the top. I'm kind of painting back to front, if you like, yeah, because that's what I should be putting in towards the end, but I can put it in there because that's nearly dry. Lovely reflections. Yeah? You can see one here which is kind of really nice. So this is where we're going to get this building, painting it more. Anyway, I'm going to use a bit of a cardboard, piece of cardboard. Here we go. Just make sure you stick in again. Stick. Lovely. It's quite similar to the stage one. You're probably getting really fed up with doing these. I love anything like this actually, because I love the colours that you see. So, you know, if you don't like it, then sorry. I do like doing coastal scenes. Yeah. So I've got some alizarin. I'm going to mix a bit of blue with it to give me a purple. When I look at the picture, I've got a nice rooftop here. I might kind of get the angle in for that. And it doesn't need to be fully formed, you know what I mean? You can just have a shape like that. We can use the same colour with me, that's my alizarin and a bit of blue. I'm on a flat palette, by the way, again, yeah. My alizarin and ultramarine blue, so I've got this really nice. So my flat palette, and then at the side of the house there I've got a lovely dark, and then I've got the shape of a building. You see? So, you know, I'm just picking out these little dark bits because I've got a nice thing in the window, and this is coming down to my harbour or something like that. Okay, so we've got the nice roof finishing about here, and then at this corner it goes a little bit darker, so I've got more. We're coming down to this because I want to get a kind of an incline from here, going up a hill where the houses are going to be, you know that? So that's the side of this building. I'm kind of aiming to keep some shapes. If we look at this rooftop there, we've got a nice angle for the roof. We've got some dark shapes overhead. Yeah? You know, anything that's kind of semi-abstract. And out of this chaos will come harmony. I'm putting this in some of the water as well. Like I said, this is where a lot of the boats are going to be. So that's the edge of the harbour wall. No way am I trying to do any. It's a couple of boats. Here, can you see? I use a bit of blue. So there's some lovely kind of blue. There's a lovely blue boat there. You see, you just pick out a shape. I know there's a couple of cars and that. So just keep it simple. Very simple. The shape of this boat going up like that. I'm trying to get a Zoom meeting together. I think I might have told you actually. Altrincham Society of Artists, ASA. I've been there for a lot of times doing demonstrations and workshops. Lovely group there. And I would say that because they're offering me another one. No, they're a lovely group. And we're trying to get up a Zoom, a demonstration. I shouldn't be advertising it really because they're doing it for the group and they can only have so many. But I'm just letting you know. Okay, so we're looking at something similar. Now, I'm getting in the future. In the future. The future is whatever. Right, I've got a little brush. I'm just going to paint my houses, kind of thing, and the shapes of some of the roofs in the background. Just something to kind of latch onto, if you know what I mean. Just, you know, I've got a roof that's slightly darker there. You can put that in. A bit of alizarin and blue. Anything dark. Anything dark. So where the roof comes down here, I've got a lovely negative shape. If you actually look at it, you can't see anything in there. It's just a shadow. And then up top, I've got another shadow. It looks like a chimney. And then it's a bit flat. Can you see this thing? So that's all I'm painting. I mean, if you get these shapes correctly in the right place, you should end up with a feeling for lots and lots and lots of buildings. But now and again, you don't. So never mind. Doesn't matter. You just make up. So this is the church roof. This is this church. It looks like a church actually. This is the roof here, which I've already put in, and then I've got something there with a chimney, and then there's a white one there. I could put that in later. Just right up, sketch it out. Then there's a bit of a sharp dark. You see, and if you do the whole roof line of the buildings, you'll get every building in. So that's great. That's that angle. So I'm looking at this little triangle, then here I've got another one going the opposite way. But what that gives me is the top of this little cottage there, going uphill. And then I've got an orange one here as well, going this way, can you see? So we've got the other painting's quite simple. It's just colour, mainly the colours of the cottages or the buildings, yeah. So I've got a bit of red and yellow mixed together. I'm just going to paint, where am I? This one. Got for a roof, and then we've got the side of some buildings here. Some dark shapes. We'll use a flat brush. This is my nylon flat, which is specially for, so that's the cottage right there, this one. And then here we've got kind of cars. There's a van there with a window, see, on the side of the van. Just do the shapes. There's a car there on the forecourt, and there's another car here. And then we're going around the corner, so we've got this lovely roof, and then we're going slightly darker because the shadows there. And then we've got this other building here, see? So it's just a load of marks. I'm just going to glaze a bit more blue and green into this area, because I want to make this really nice and turquoisey. You see, because it's going to match up with the dark on here and this runway, which is coming from here. So that's quite dark. You can add alizarin to it as well, just to get the edges. So where you're actually looking is that lovely dark area, and then you get an angle here going that way. Yeah, that's giving you the slit way, and this is giving you the where the boats are going to be later. Okay, I'm going to use a pen after I've got time, if it dries, to put in these little shapes on the walls. That's one I did years ago, and it actually sold, and I do like it. I've got a copy of it somewhere. Okay, so these are the little shapes. Pick up some darks. Look at your boats. Look at the shapes of them. There's one here which is really nice and dark, and it goes that way. This is into the water, isn't it? So you're getting that lovely reflection. These boats, you're just going to get these angles. Always make sure your boats are sat in the water. I'm actually going a bit too, I can go further back with that, it's a bit too close to the slit way. You don't have to do all the boats, you can just change it as you go along, yeah? Especially if you make a mistake. The rule is, there are none, yeah? And then here we're getting kind of textures for that arbor wall as well, which we can put in. And we've got this lovely texture here, so add some white to some alizarin and sienna, and we can see where this we're getting this really nice highlight, and it goes behind that boat, and then it comes this way. Can you see? Now, a negative shape, and while we're at it, I'll put my white building in because this is pure white. Yeah? I'm just going to put the shape like that. Probably stood in front of the camera, sorry, can't get used to it. And then leave a window. You see? You just leave a window. There's something there as well. This is why I like this brush, because it's a flat one, and we get a really nice straight line. You know, we get these really nice shapes. We can look at you see the chimneys on the building there. We can put them down the side of that actually. So if I can have a paint it with a brush, which is what I'm doing. You can see. So I've got that lovely angle, and then here, as it goes in slightly, you get a really strong highlight. So that's the side of the building on the left, because what we're getting is the sunlight catching this bit and you're getting a really nice highlight, you see, as that goes away from you. And then we're getting some shapes at the bottom. So that comes down to the front of the building there, actually, and then we're getting the bluey one. So after that, because the front of the building's going in a different direction, it goes cool, yeah. So it's cool, man. It's cool that you can have red, white, yellow, sienna, alizarin. So if we go this way, you know, we've got this shape, edge of the building here. Just pick that up. The windows, we could say 1, 2, how many is there? 3 windows, so that's easy enough now. You go 1, 2, you leave the windows, leave the gaps like that. So 1, 2, 3. Right, but they're in shadow, so you don't want them to be too white. We just leave them in shadow. We can do it, and then later I've gone over the door with them. Make them a bit smaller. There you go. And see, so you get a shape of that lovely front of the building. Clean your brush, get some darks again. Alizarin, ultramarine, bit of green if you like. That's a nice dark mixed with the alizarin. I'll just put this front of this building in, which is a whatever it is, a block, and there's a door there as well. So as well as adding negative space around things, because I've got some lovely kind of shapes here, which is just the shadows behind that building, as well as a window and a window there, yeah. And it should be square, but never mind. And then you've got the wall, you've got a wall here, actually. And some shapes, so it looks like there's a few barrels or containers just on top of this arbor wall here. Now the top of the arbor wall is going to be really, really light. I'm just letting it dry a little bit, and then we can start to pick out the pathway. Okay, the pathway. Give it a chance to dry. I'm getting some cerulean blue, and then I'm going to get some white to mix it. Naturally, more white, and then I'm going to paint the sky around some of these objects. But I can leave the top of the sky if it's darker, it doesn't really matter, and then I can bring the sky down to pick out some of the shapes around these roofs. Yeah. Like that. Now because sky is a dome, it's always lighter at the bottom and darker at the top. So we can pick out like these little shapes of where you've got chimneys and join them up to the sky, you can see. Like that. And we come this way, same thing. Blend it. If you've got a brush now or tissue, you can blend it. So you get these really nice shapes, like around. So where we got blobs before, now we can make them into proper chimneys and things like that. But then again, you don't have to have completely flat kind of blue sky. We can add some other things into it, make it a bit more interesting. I do like this kind of alizarin effect there with some white. I'll use some of that, and then I'll get a bit of blue, mix it with the cerulean, keep it a little bit darker up top. You can see? Beautiful. I love painting this way, so loose, so free and easy. Yeah. Just like that, slap it on. Yeah. Don't splash in this section. I'm going to use the same cerulean blue, which is and a bit of ultramarine. Don't want any white, that's the problem. Ultramarine and viridian to give me this lovely water. Okay, there is quite a dark tone connected to this, if you look here. So we're going from reflected light to kind of darker light. So you can do it that way, you see, because it's dry, you've got edges to it. And behind the boat, when the boat comes in. Alright. I'm going to paint some of the boats in a bit. I'll have to get a little brush. So a bit here, just to blend into that paper. If you can get rid of the edge, so it's quite interesting, you get the edge and make it blend in and disappear into the rest. Quite nice, because it's a little bit lighter there, just a bit, not a lot. And the runway, so again, I do like the way the runway is very, very kind of warm. It starts really warm here, and then it goes, and this as well, where I've got the green, bit of yellow mixed with white. So if you want anything to be opaque, yeah, a bit of yellow and white, and then we could kind of have some texture that way, which is on the side of the what's it called, the slipway. Slipway, underwater, you see? I'll just leave it as a big slipway. But it's going forward, so that's quite nice. Alright, stand back. Make sure you can still see everything, yeah. And now I can start concentrating on a few of my buildings in the background using white, because I'm working now from dark to light, yeah. So I've got the majority of the darks in. A little bit of alizarin, blue, sienna, just to put this where I've got my little cottage here, the flat brush. Just simple shapes like that, yeah. Very nice. And start adding windows and doors. So if we get a bit of white and some blue on our palette knife. Come on, brain, work. And then just start to pick out some of the light catching this building, although it's not pure white till it gets on the corner, you see, so you can leave that and then just pick out like where the door is, get this, and then drag it down a bit. So the beauty of doing it with a palette knife is you can't be fussy, you see, so you're leaving these shapes, so we can leave a couple of windows and a door, and also I'm going to use it for the road. So I'll get some yellow, mix white with it. I've got a beautiful kind of highlight going up the road from here outside that's a pub and that, and then you got a lovely highlight on the edge of the quayside, you see, and it's coming forward, it's going a bit thicker, that's why I put that there, so earlier on. Just kind of keeping simple marks and going and start to elaborate on those marks. There's lots of lobster pots and things on this side. Bit of sienna mixed with the yellow and your white gives you gold. So we get the front of this building here. It's nice and golden. It's just a slight angle, but it's a lovely edge on it, you can see. And that's the front of the building. And I know there's doors there and things, so I'm just keeping that as a shape at the moment. You can add a bit of cool colour, whatever you're seeing, anything that's in shadow, it's like that, yeah. if you want to do a bit more detail, if you're finding it really difficult to use a palette knife, we can use just a normal brush. Yeah, normal brush, nice dark tones. You start to see where some of the shapes you need to bring out more detail now, like the shadows on the roof, and then the top of, you know, the rooftops and things like that going away from you. And then we can add a few windows. So it's like this one, we can add 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. I'm not putting the curtains in or anything like that. I'm just going to plonk in some dark shapes. This window here, not the window, the door, and then here we've got the same kind of windows below it. You see, I've missed bits out, so it doesn't really matter. I've got this lovely house here actually, sneaking out from there, and then you get the side of this building, and that's going to be white where the chimney is. So the side of the building coming down about here. Again, you can use your flat brush. So this is a pure white, a flat brush. Just want to get on the edge, so it goes up to the chimney, and it comes down at the other side. Yeah, keep it simple, simple. Bring out this. That's actually going at an angle, isn't it? Yeah, and put the chimney in. Stand by. Right, colours. Yeah, we need colours, don't we? So, blue, green, red, whatever, to make a dark. Yeah? No black, dark. Here, it's a blob, so you're just getting a blob, right? You're getting a shape, and there's a blob here, a bigger blob. So these blobs go bigger as they get nearer. That's all. There's actually a ladder there as well. And then this is where we've got some of the kind of bins and whatever on the front of the quayside. Yeah. If you want to add a few darker windows, especially to this building here, we just put them in. And then I'm going to add a few more shadowy bits. Because if you look under the roof, you've got a kind of lovely shadow, but you're getting this cool colour, coolness of the white building. So I just want to bring that out a bit and leave this as a shadow. You know what I mean? Yeah. We can use this, the background, some of the things going up there, whatever. Yeah. A bit of sienna and all sorts of things. Yeah. This one, again, I've got chimney. Chimney. And we've got the edge of your building, which is quite light, and where you're getting the doors. I'm not covering all the thing up because I want to keep some of that underpainting if possible. Keep the shapes. As you come down to the wall, there's a wall there. We can use that light bit and then bring it up over here and then a straight line down. Okay, there's a bit of blue in it, so it doesn't matter. So now we can take this across slightly as well. A lot of texture in that building. I love it actually. Yeah. I've got some sienna. So when you look at this wall, I know it's got, you know, the stones, the brickwork, whatever, you know, you can't do it all. I'm just adding a few light bits with some sienna and white, yeah? And then I'm going to start concentrating on some of the boats over the top of that. I'm going to draw that as well after. That's quite nice, so I'm going to leave that If it works, leave it. Yeah. Some of the cars now, just have a look at that one. You can see where the front, you got a blue shape, and then you got a blue shape, and give it a windscreen, and that's about it really. And we can paint around that. And then you've got a white car, as I say here, next to it, white roof, and then going down like that, and then a white bonnet at the front. You can see the lights and everything. And then something else going on, but keep it light. Yeah, lovely. I'm just going to paint the floor as well, because the floor around the car is very light. Yeah, paint the back of the car. See, it looks like a van, but it's, and this is the street. As you're going up the street, it's not that light, but and then we've got the front of this other van. So here, which was about here, we've got the front coming down, and then the bonnet and front grille. That's it. Okay. You got lovely windows in the cottage behind. Forgot all about this one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the door. 1, 2, 3. And because there's some light catching around the window sills, we can just drop that in. Yeah, around the door. Because if you go there and you see people, see your picture and they say, "You miss me outside," if you don't get it. Somebody will tell you off for doing anything wrong. The world's full of people who like to bully to bits. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being critical or whatever. I try not to be, because we're actually all in the same boat. We're learning every time you do something, you know. So you have to kind of just give constructive criticism. Okay. Yeah, I quite like the water now. So I'll show you my little boat at the bottom first. Got quite a bit of water thing here. This one, so at the back, and then I got the lovely light coming up. It looks like there's something here as well, and then something in the water, and then I get a few kind of ripples. Yeah, nothing to it really. You can add a few more lights if you want to these places. This thing has got a door, I just noticed. I like that. We can put some windows in and a house behind. Keep anything behind, just not too obvious. Where the edge of this building is now, I'm just going to make some very strong white, just to give me that corner. Okay, and then we've got a lovely highlight here. You can put things at the back if you like. Bit of yellow, bit of red. Again, this is going to give you this. There's a lovely roof shape, so we can paint it. Right? I've gone to that cottage, so there's like a window there, and then you get this nice highlight on the roof. Yeah, little bits of information. Add some darker shapes. What time is it? Oh God, is that time? Just filling bits just to make other things stand out. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. But Sienna. So I was looking at this one. Yeah. So this is the side of this church, and there's like an apex here. It's a bit light for it, but. And then you get a few more kind of shapes up here. Yeah. Beautiful. There's one here as well. And then as I'm coming down to this, I get this building. It's quite light. there's a window too, so just leave it. That's the edge. Let's have it. Not COVID, just got a I've been eating some salted nuts this afternoon. And the angle for the rooftop. Like this. Keep saying I'm going to do the windows, but I haven't done. The angle for the rooftop, and then put a window in. Put a window in there. Put the bottom of the roof in, and things like that. And then you get a few marks here for windows, yeah. But as you stand back, I know there's loads of these very thin lines, what have you. So as you stand back, they start to appear as if by magic. In the shadows, you can add other things like another window. That's in the shadows, yeah. And a door. And some paper. So this is the light from the white building. Right. Some darks. Like I said, we usually work from dark to light. There's no right or wrong way, really. There's easy ways. No right or wrong. So I can just put the front of that boat in there and make it stand out a bit, because it's reflecting in the water as well. If I start at the back, I go here and then I get a few kind of shapes across here. I might be better using white first because it's quite dark. Yeah, all depends on what your underpainting is. So here I come up to about there's a little something here, and then we get the top of a boat, and then we get the front, the windows, and then next to that we got another one. Just white pigment. Try and use a small brush. Okay, you don't have to make it exactly like the boat. Like this. So I'm just painting the shapes of the light catching some of these. There's some lovely blue, and then we get this really nice highlight one, which has got a reflection of the front, you can see, and that's coming around from here. So that is in the foreground, so it's bigger, as they say. And that's the top of it, and then it goes that way. I put masks in later. There's one here as well, just to a point at the front. There's a bit at the back. It's blue at the front actually there. We can use a bit of cerulean blue right here. Excuse me. Just to put it up to the water. Okay, and then we get a kind of reflection. That's how easy boats are, really. Lovely big, a lot of paint mainly for this. Lovely big roof which is actually nearly attached to the boat behind. You can see the windows here. And as you go forward, there's a big white bit there. There's something here, and then the front here, it's going round to the front, and that's kind of a lovely curve, you can see. And then the side of that boat, again, is just pure white. There is a bit of a shadow, and then we're getting this lovely highlight. Okay, and then the water. Squiggly. Nothing too kind of obvious. There's a mast there. This is the harbour wall. This is the water. Excuse me. At the bottom of the harbour wall. Yeah. Right, so when you get to the harbour wall, there's lots of things going on at the top here. Like I said, it's quite light, and your floor is quite light in comparison. Okay, you've got all sorts going on. There's things in front of things. Just put a blob here, And a little blob there, here a blob, there a blob, everywhere. Blob, blob. So that's going up the road. Lovely. Yeah. Again, I'm going to glaze with some greenish, yellowy green, because I do like this colour on the harbour. On the harbour wall. We can go to town with the seagulls here later. There's another boat. Forgot that. So yeah. So we'll move him in. You're looking at the side of it. You're looking at the front as well. We've got some blue in there. And then you're getting reflection from that. And you can go that way. That way. Pure white pigment. Like this. Okay. So from a distance you should be able to see. So I'm just going to make this harbour wall level because it's not quite. And see, so you get that lovely shape here in between the boats as well. A bit of green, red, beautiful shadow going into water as well. Right. Some windows might be reflecting the sky, so we can have something light in there. We might have a blind in one of them, so you get a blind. Yeah. Just change things. Use your imagination. Don't copy everything on the picture. Yeah. If you can help it. Add things. So it's like add a shape, a blob. Just to fill up a gap, isn't it? Just like that. Okay, these boats on the quayside, what time is it? 1:15, back to town. These boats on the quayside, I know I've put them in, but I can put the shadows in as well, because you've got a lovely shadow from this one. And there's one behind it, so you're getting a nice shadow from that. Stretch it out. We've got lots going on, lobster pots, things like this, all mounted up. Lovely place, Crasta. Mounted up there. Very, very dark. Turquoise colour with a bit of red to it. So that's like you're going to see the edge of this slipway. With your boats, put some windows in if you want. I have to wait till it's dry a bit, but some windows in. Trying to leave the underpainting actually, because I want that to be kind of reflections in the water, yeah. If you like. Again, we can palette out things, get some green and blue. Bit of red, I think. Just where this changes. Because I want that to come forward a little bit. That's a little bit darker. And same here. So you get texture there, and then you break the edge up so you can't see it. Something like that. You want to emphasise the roof again. More white with your blue, swirling blue. just to bring out edges of things, like, yeah, you can blend that in. Anything in the distance. Just to give you a depth behind the buildings. Yeah. Use your finger, sole finger. There's a lovely orange shape there. I'm gonna have to get some proper orange actually, because I keep using alizarin and a bit of sienna. And yellow, sir. So the edge of the roof here on the building will go in a bit and then come down. Just to bring out the corner. Beautiful. Beautiful. The shadows from those, from the light coming from above. You can just see a corner here where it changes. Beautiful. You will get reflected lights, aren't you? As well. There's, so now we want some masts, bit of white, palette knife, pick a spot and stick them in. Like I said, there's one here, and the edge of things. Top of that board, so I'm not painting it. Quite light, isn't it? Anyway, you see white blobs, posts, cars. Can have another white car there. That's a Mini. That's a Mini. Top of this. Okay, light in that window. What light? You get reflected lights in windows and shapes. Beautiful. Pick up some blue. I do like this blue actually, so I'm just gonna go that way with it. Beautiful cerulean over the top, scratch it off. Huh? It's also in the water. We can go over that. Okay, I'll go over this. Where my texture is. Just use your paint up, seagulls, big ones. This is the one that stole my pasta. There's one over here. I'm going to give them a bit of a dark tone. Okay. Underneath. Depends what sort of seagulls there. Gulls. Shouldn't have to tell it whether this in some local coastal scene, and they're walking in the shop pinching food. Where's that? They're not scared of us anymore, are they? Beautiful. Top of the roof, top of that wall, coming down. Lovely highlights. The this building. I've got a pen. Did have a pen. There we go. And so a felt water-based one. That's it. I'm just going to paint or draw some of these stones. Now there's a ladder here as well, so you can put the ladder in. Yeah. It's got a shadow. I'm going to paint some of these stones. So I'm just going to go round. You see? So from a distance, and don't try and do, you know, like you would a brick wall, because they're all higgly-piggly, they're different shapes and sizes. So from a distance, they actually look like the mortar between the stones. Right. You can do this with anything, really. Wall in the background there. Yeah, you can draw your boats. That's very wet though yet, so I'm going to leave that. Draw your boats, draw any kind of doors, things, you know, windows, anything that's a shadow. Houses, chimneys, rooftops. Turn it around because this is it's got a wide edge. I think it's a watercolour meters, not an ink. Not really, man. I'll probably varnish it very quick. So this boat, windows. You see, when you put the darks around it, it just appears as if by magic. Put something on the back. Let that go into this. The top of the wall, it's usually slightly darker, but it meets the highlights. And then we get the same kind of thing happening here. What I'm going to do there is just, oops, lost my top. Just going to bring out the top of the wall using another warm colour. You can actually see a little bit of it there. Yeah. You've also got a ladder there as well. You don't have to put them in. In fact, I can't do all of it because it's texture. Dark bits. Information, little bits of information. Much more exciting than road photorealism. I think so. I can't understand why people do photorealist paintings. It's my opinion, so it's just my opinion. Bottom of this building is going uphill. Okay, I'm here to paint, so roof. Chimney. Textures. Well, this is the bit where we do things like this on the slipway. We've also got dark bits. And then into blue. Ultimately, the bigger the bush, the bigger the blobs. Okay? Don't forget. You need water for it to move. So it's like this, you can see. Texture down the slipway. That's going into the water there. So that blends into that there. You can use some blue and swirling just to give us that edge. Okay. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. Beautiful. Let it dry, finish it off, give it a varnish, stick it over the fireplace. Mantelpiece. Have you got a mantelpiece, anybody? Still got a mantelpiece, but I'm just blending that. Okay, that seagull's got a fish. Dry it off a little bit. Now I'll take my tape off, but it's quite wet at the moment. Sorry, just a little. I see something else now. I'll just finish off with my highlight of this building, because it's on that, so you have to have it underneath. Yeah. Underneath the building, you see? And then it's going into nothingness. So that's where I put my tissue. Utilise your tissue. Right, take the tape off. See, it's for that when it's wet. Do some more gesso paper now for tonight. There you go. Yeah, love the colours. I love colour. And sign it, date it, varnish it. Think of a number. Draw into it. More pen. Beautiful. There's a guy who used to do a lot of that drawing. Michael something. Anyway, don't know who it is. Thanks for watching. And what day are we? Wednesday. Friday's painting in the style of, and could actually do one of these. I'll have a look anyway. Painting in the style of, but I'm not sure yet. Okay? Keep you on your toes. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.